Space, the final frontier. My name is Captain Foley, and these are my adventures. Hey guys, welcome back. It is time for part 2 of the Birmingham video. I know the Birmingham video was over 2 hours long. That's why I didn't include this part in or at the end of the other part. This is kind of just going through all the stuff that I got from the trip and doing a recap of what basically happened real quick. Just basically showing off everything I got. A large part of it was the hat section of this video, where Sylvia thought I would look really good in a flat cap, so she wanted me to get a flat cap while I was in England, and I did. I got a few of them actually. So here's one. This is my gray one. Apparently it looks really good on me. It's a good style for me, so I really appreciate that. So there is that one. That's the gray one. I'll just throw that down there. And here's the other one. This is more of a... these are really nice too. They got like silk inside and all that. But this one's like a brown one. It's got some red in it. It's got a few other colors. Again, I think it looks really great. I'm really happy she wanted me to get these because I'm not much of a hat guy. You know, when my hair looks good, it looks good. But in the morning, if I just want to get up and run out the door to do a few things, these are perfect for that kind of thing. So anyway, there you go. There's a whole section in the main video of Samuel and I looking for these hats and trying them on and stuff. So it's a fun video. Please check out the other video if you're interested in the London tour. We went to 221B Baker Street. I saw the Sherlock Holmes Museum, something I've been wanting to do my entire life. Finally did that. And then the convention as well. It was a busy weekend, but had a lot of great footage actually. If you want to skip ahead to just the Star Trek footage in the other video, it's about the hour 27 mark, so do that. Otherwise, the rest is all just my trip, meeting Samuel, seeing his place for the first time, and then the London trip, which included the Sherlock Holmes Museum. So if you want to see that, it's the first hour 27. I really should have broken it up at that point. I considered it, but like I said, I had a lot of issues with my editing software, and wasted 2 days not only editing but trying to fix an editing problem with the software and talking to their tech support. So it's just a pain in the ass. I'm just glad it's finally done. Hopefully it is done at this point. But yes, Sherlock Holmes Museum. I finally got a genuine. Well, I've always had genuine ones. I have 2 other deerstalker caps. You've probably seen them if you watched our elementary deer data review and stuff. I was wearing them. But I finally went to England myself and got one myself. The other 2 that I have were made in England, but they're bought in Canada here. But this is the actual, it says Sherlock Holmes inside, the genuine. This was bought at 221B Baker Street, so this just makes me so happy. Plus this one fits me. This is a large. The other ones I have are mediums, which when I was younger, I guess, fit me a little bit better, but they're kind of tight on my head, give me a headache. This one is perfect. Check that out. So, I love Sherlock Holmes. I got a genuine deerstalker cap from England, from 221B Baker Street, no less. And so that makes me so happy. Again, beautiful craftsmanship. There's a beautiful silk lining in here. Just absolutely great. This is genuine handmade Sherlock Holmes deerstalker, 221B Baker Street, London. And I know a lot of people that know about Sherlock Holmes know he never actually wore the deerstalker cap. That was actually only done by Sidney Paget when he did the illustrations for the Strand magazine, and only when Holmes went to the country did he wear one. Never mentioned any of the stories, but it's the definitive Sherlock Holmes piece at this point, so we have to live with that. And speaking of the Sherlock Holmes Museum, here is the admission thing, which is just a pamphlet, and it's got some information in it, obviously, talking about different cases and things like that. And it's basically your admission into the museum, which was fantastic. Got a little bit of footage from the museum. They weren't supposed to take video, but I managed to sneak some because, you know, it's a lifelong ambition to be there. I want to get some video if I want to get some video. Thanks. So that's just how that works. Picked up this metal sign, Baker Street, W1, City of Westminster. So it's a nice metal sign that's going to be going on a wall somewhere here. But so that's cool. Love that. also got me a little Sherlock Holmes statuette, which I think is fantastic. And then some Sherlock Holmes business cards, which are actually just for the museum. They've got the address and the details of the museum on the back, so it's kind of a double cool thing there. And there was a Sherlock Holmes magnet, but it's not in this bag, which is weird. Here's the bag as well from the Sherlock Holmes Museum. Very, very, very cool. We'll probably find the magnet at some point along. There it is, right there. Just moved a few things. Just a quick Sherlock Holmes magnet, which I'll put down with my magnetic comm badges, which are beside my computer downstairs. That'll go down there, so there's that. Another thing that happened was in Vegas, I got my picture taken with Tilly. You know, I love Tilly. I also got, at this one photo as well, and that is with Alice Eve. There she is there. She didn't tell me to turn around or anything, so maybe that's a good thing. But she's a very nice person. Sammy and I talked to her for a few minutes at her table, and this was a great experience as well. So there's that photo of me and Alice Eve. Also got my Eagle Moss collector's guide, which just has all the Eagle Moss ships thus far in here. So I'll have to go through and check off the ones I have and the ones I still need. But this is actually just a great little collector's guide, which will be out of date in a hot minute. So, because they're making so much stuff. Here's another of the Sherlock Holmes Museum bags. Right there. It's hard to see with all the wrinkles on it, but there you go, Sherlock Holmes Museum. Picked up a free Metro paper from the UK just because PM wants Breck Smith's election. Nativity plays could have to make way for ballot boxes on December 12th. So just Brexit stuff. No, there's a better bag right there. Got another one too. That one you can see a lot better. It's less wrinkly. So. Another great thing, I got to meet the Irish Trekkie, Mr. Damien. He's been on our show a few times. We've been on his show a few times, which has been great. I also got to meet the Trek collector, but Irish Trekkie gave me some of his artwork. So we'll just actually quickly go through that right here. Very nice guy, as nice as I expected, but he's got his TOS Connie ship in a bottle. That's the Discovery Enterprise ship in a bottle. Star Trek Discovery picture. He does some fantastic artwork. The guy is very, very talented and super friendly. There's the Discovery and an OG, as it should be, Constitution class ship right there. We've also got the USS Endeavour, the shuttle. And that is it. That's just a quick sampling of some of his art that he was handing out, and I feel very honored to have met him in person finally. Him and Chris, the Trek collector, are great people and absolutely love them. So, also got a signed copy of, this is a New York Comic Con exclusive alternate cover for Star Trek Year 5. This was from the good people over at Eagle Moss. Chris, thank you very much for this. You know who you are, Chris. This is signed, got 3 signatures on the front, signed by the, I guess, the author, the illustrator, and whatever. The writer, I believe. But, so there's that as well, which is great. Got the Star Trek card. This is actually like a program for Birmingham. It's got a dedication thing for Nog in there. And then all of the, there's Alice Eve there. All of the guests that were there are featured in here. I didn't see Anthony Montgomery there. I got to talk with Anthony Rapp quite a bit. Love Anthony Rapp. One of my favorite Discovery actors for sure. So all these great people were here. Chase Masterson, Connor Trenier, you know, Dave Warner, Denise Crosby. She remembered me from when I interviewed her at London Comic Con earlier this year. Ethan Peck was there, George Takei, which was great. Anson Mount, J.G. Hertzler, so many, and they're all just in here. It's basically a little preview for Star Trek Picard as well. Robin Curtis was there. Samuel got his picture with Robin Curtis. He was wearing his Wrath of Khan outfit, which I hadn't seen before that. These are cool, these Star Trek tights. I should have grabbed some for Sylvia when I was there. I didn't even think of it. She loves her tights. So some different authors and things like that are in here as well. So anyway, just a good memory piece for the trip, for the convention. So also picked up a Star Trek Timelines Discovery sticker. Yet another collector's guide. And here's our Birmingham press credentials. We actually had 4 press passes. One was for Samuel's dad, one for Samuel, one for myself, and one for Sylvia, had she have come. So it's great to actually have officially CBS licensed press pass stuff for Birmingham. It was great. What else do we got here? We got a few other little nuggets of things. Saw Tim Davies, who does our business cards and a lot of their L cards for our lives and for our actual videos, and he gave us a patch. He works on Star Trek Online. Gave us a pin, and then another pin as well, the Star Trek Online Delta pin. So that's great. Picked up a few other things, thanks to my good buddy Dennis Hodson, who is working with Heroes in Action, their booth. He gave us a few things for giveaways for the channel. So there's like some different lapel pins, things like that. So these are the giveaways we'll be handing out at some point on the channel. Also some magnets as well, the Deep Space Nine 25th anniversary thing, and then another 25th anniversary Deep Space Nine with the station itself and the Defiant. So, and of course there's my Birmingham wristband for the 2-day thing. And as you guys know, Samuel will be moving, so he will be. His background will be going with him, being disassembled, but I got to see it in person at his place. He considered that quite a big deal for me to see it, and it was great to see it. It looks a lot better in person. You guys are probably all familiar with his background. I did manage to steal some pieces of Star Trek history from that. I grabbed the refit. I also grabbed the USS Premonition, which is from the Star Trek game Armada. This is basically like almost similar to a Sovereign class, a few differences. The struts are different, things like that. But it's got the big time displacement thing in the middle, which looks a lot like a third nacelle, which could be Sovereign class Dreadnought. One of my favorite ships. We've done an episode on it. Check it out. It's worth a watch. And I also grabbed another one of my favorite ships from the display, and that is the Enterprise C, the Ambassador class right there. So these will live on in Trekyards history. They'll probably go in the ready room here or behind me during my filming space downstairs. We'll have to see about that. But those I wanted to include as well. And also the Trekyards fans were out in full force. We got a Dystopian guy, thank you very much, gave me a Vincent Funko Pop. I love the black hole. I love the droids, the robots from the black hole. We'll be doing fleet yards on them at some point soon. But I got Vincent from the black hole here, which is great. I'm going to set him over there. And I also got another one, which you guys can probably guess what it is. It's also from the black hole. And no, it's not Old Bob. It is Maximilian, and Maximilian's a fantastic robot. These, of course, have the supersized Funko heads, so don't let that fool you as to how cool he is. Look up Maximilian from Black Hole, and you'll see a really cool robot. Again, we're going to be doing fleet yards on these guys at some point, so stay tuned for that as well. So, that's it, guys. I mean, I had a fantastic trip. Got to actually see the Sherlock Holmes Museum after, like, you know, something I wanted to do my entire life, so that was fantastic. I don't think there's anything else here, as there isn't, so that's fine. But just some Irish Trekkie business cards, and this is from Mr. Anson Mount, The Well. This is his podcast about positivity and inspiration. Producer and host is Anson Mount. So check that out, guys. He actually handed us this, and we're like, oh, we have a podcast too. He's like, oh, what is it? And we told him about Trekyards and how it's about the ships and tech, and we're doing it for 5 years now. He said he looked really interested, so we gave him a business card. Whether he'll check it out or not, who knows? Probably not. They get a lot of business cards probably, but check out The Well if you're interested in Anson Mount stuff, and check out Trekyards if you haven't already. I don't know why you'd be watching this if you haven't, but there you go. So that's all that. I still need to go through and organize this stuff, but that's all the stuff I got from the trip essentially. There might have been more that I'm just missing, but I don't think there is. Like I said, it's been a whirlwind since I got back, and it was a whirlwind beforehand with everything that happened prior to the trip as well. So it's just been crazy. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I will be uploading these videos at the same time, so you can check out the other video, the full trip one as well. Hopefully you enjoy it. There's a lot of fun moments between Samuel and myself, and I do complain quite a bit because the weather was shitty, the drivers were shitty, the driving was shitty. There's a lot of shitty things about the trip, but overall I really loved the trip. It was fun, had a great time. England is great, and the UK fans of Trekyards are fantastic. So thank you to all of you who said hello to me at Destination Birmingham. Hope to come back soon to see you guys. Maybe we'll be there next year for the one in London. We will see how it goes. But anyway, guys, that's it. I haven't filmed for a while, in case you can't tell. I've just been energetic and vibing this one. It's been fun. So thank you guys. I'm glad I'm back, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Sorry it took so long to get out, but as I said, it would have been out on the Friday like it was supposed to be, but with the editing software issues and things, which still haven't all been corrected, hopefully when I go down to render this final video out, it'll work. Fingers crossed. Otherwise, you might see this a week from now or 2 weeks from now, depending on when I get it done. But I really apologize. It should be done today, which today's November 4th. I should have filmed this last week, but as I said, it was so busy with other stuff. So anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. And by all means, check out the full Birmingham trip video. It is worth it if you're into Trekyards, whether you're a fan of Samuel, myself, the show, just Star Trek, Sherlock Holmes. There's so much cool stuff in that video. Check it out. If you want to just focus on the convention bit of it, which you shouldn't, because you're going to miss a lot of cool stuff. The convention stuff starts about 1 hour 27 minutes in, so you can check that out as well. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. As I said, please subscribe to both channels, and don't forget to check out the other video if you want, because it's worth it. It is worth it watching it. There's a lot of cool stuff in it. So until next time, guys, I'm Captain Foley. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.